Um, Hi guys. So previous video we have just learned what is the DBMS, what is the relational database management system, and what is the particular software who will handle the relational database management system. Okay, means the relational data. The software uh, that will handle the relational data. Now, guys, let me open the MySQL workbench. I hope my screen is visible. And let me open that MySQL workbench. How to install that MySQL workbench? I'll upload one video regarding that. Okay. So now, after installing the MySQL, uh, we have to open the MySQL workbench, obviously. And when we'll open the MySQL workbench, always it will ask the password. Okay. So we have to give the password each and every time. Now I think my screen is visible. And what is the database? I already told you guys. The database in the sense where we can store our data. So first of all, here I want to create one database. And how to create the database? These things actually we can use for the command line in MySQL. Okay. So here I'm writing how to create the database. How to create the database. Guys, in this particular video, we'll learn a very basic commands, what we can use in that particular MySQL. Okay. So how to create the database, guys? So creating a particular database, we have to write that command, create, then after that database, then after that I have to mention the database name. Okay, I have to mention the database name. See here, if I'll write the SQL here, then what will happen? Let me run. Let me see the output. You have a syntax error. You can't write the SQL. Okay. SQL 1, it will be fine. Yeah. Anything will be fine. But if we'll write only the SQL, so it will give the error. Try with the MySQL. Okay. Let's see what will happen. Create a database and MySQL here. What it is giving, what is the particular error? Access system schema MySQL is rejected. SQL MySQL, it will not accept. Okay, fine. MySQL workbench. It is taking. As a MySQL workbench, it is taking. Okay. So we can create the database and we can give that name MySQL workbench. But when we have tried with the MySQL or the SQL, it was like rejecting and it was giving the error. Okay. Now we have created the database. The database has created or not, how you know? I have to check for that. One comment is there. How to check the database? How to check the database, guys? How to check what? The database. Try to understand the comment and the MySQL or the SQL is like the just like an English language. If you know English, then easily you can write that code. Okay, it is that much easy. How to check the database? So one code is there for that. Show databases. Show what? Show databases. If you run that particular command, see there is lot of database. Ajay, customer 10, customer 2, DM, doctor 1, employee, information schema actually by default, KJU, MongoDB, MySQL, MySQL Workbench, okay, Oracle, Pavan. There is lot of database actually. Okay. Now, what we have just created MySQL Workbench. It was there. Yeah, it is there. MySQL Workbench. SQL1 is there. Yeah, SQL1 also it is there. So I hope you understood. Now guys, the another thing is like, mm, I have created the particular database. I have checked how many databases is there in my system, how to utilize the further database, why I want to utilize the further database, why I want to utilize the database further, because inside the particular database we can create the table, and in that table we can uh, do the so many things. Okay, we can change the table. In that particular table, inside the particular table we can change the value. Lot of things we can do inside the table. What things we can do, I'll discuss step by step. Now the next thing is there, how to use that, or how to utilize the particular database. Utilize How to utilize what? The database. Okay, the database. So what we can do, we can utilize in that way. So we can write what database just I have created. SQL, right? I have created two database. So I want to use the SQL1. So I want to utilize the SQL1 database. So what we can write, use after that SQL1. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So inside that particular database, we can create the table and we can make so many changes. Now, guys, how to drop the table means how to delete that table. How to delete that not table, guys. Sorry for that mistake. How to delete the database. How to delete the database. We have not created the table till now. We have created what? We have created the database. So how to delete the database? For that, what we can write? Drop database and database name. What is the database name, guys? SQL1. Yes or no? Yes. Uh, Not SQL, guys. SQL1. So see, my database has deleted. Now, if you want to check the database is there or not, what I can do? I can again run that particular command. Show databases. Now check, guys. Any SQL1 is there? Is there, guys? No. It is not there. Okay. And the another things I want to tell you. Here I have created one database and my database name is like DM. What is the database name? DM. Now, with that same name, can we create the data again and again? Can we create the database again and again? Yes or no, guys? हाँ or na? Let's see. Create database, and again I am trying to write with the same name. That is what? That is the DM. If I'll run, what is the error? Can't create database. DM database already exists. We can't do these things. What we can do? We can do one thing. First of all, we have to drop. First of all, we have to drop the database. After that, we can run a previous code. Previous code in the sense create database DM. Now, what is the code for that? Drop. Tell, guys. Drop database and database name DM. Done. Now, if I'll run the previous command, we can easily create the particular database. So with that same name, we can't do this. But after dropping the existing database, we can again create. I hope the concept is clear for you guys. Next video again we'll meet. Take care. Bye.